What's up, Hamza here from Brosbuild with my review of Boba Fett's helmet, set 75277, 625 pieces for $60, and is recommended for ages 18 plus. So this is a new series for LEGO. It's called the Helmet series. So this is the first of 3 helmets, the other 2 being the TIE Pilot helmet and Stormtrooper helmet. So this is an 18 plus set. That does not mean that only 18 and above should buy this set. Anyone can buy this set. However, it is really meant for display and no other reason. So without further ado, let's begin. The first thing you'll notice is that the box is completely black with a white outline to separate the Boba Fett helmet from the blackness of the box. I think it turned out really good, and another cool thing they did is that this actually is a little shiny and has a little bit of an interesting feel to it. I also really like the font that they did, and they also put the Boba Fett or Mandalorian symbol up there, so I think that turned out really good. So the reason why it's black is because it's targeted towards adults. At the bottom, you'll find general info about the set. And at the side, you'll find Boba Fett and his symbol. So at the back, you'll actually find Boba Fett's helmet with the rangefinder down, the sizing of Boba Fett's helmet, and a couple more images of Boba Fett in the movies. So one really interesting thing is that this is the European version of the box, not the American version. So to the other side, you'll find the 40 Years of Empire Strikes Back and the Boba Fett one with helmet collection. So I think the box is pretty epic, and let's take a look at the instructions. So the instructions have the same style as the box did. There's some barcode or something at the bottom to scan for what, I'm not exactly sure. However, all the pages are in black, so that's kind of neat. So the building experience was pretty easy. Even though it's 18 plus, that does not mean it's 18 plus. So they give some cool info. A couple of shots of Boba Fett from Empire Strikes Back. So there are, I think, 5 bags. And something really funny is that they obviously gave a piece remover, but they show you how to use the piece remover, even though this is targeted towards adults and none of the sets recommended for kids have this. So that's something I found to be a little bit funny. So again, the building experience wasn't hard at all. Pretty regular instructions, except for the fact that it's all black. Piece count. Actually, it did look pretty good, the building it on black, so that's pretty interesting. And on the back, there's something like you give feedback and you win something. I'm not exactly sure, but I'll probably find out eventually. So that's the instructions, and let's take a look at this set. So here we have Boba Fett's helmet. I think it looks absolutely stunning. So let's start off with the T-visor. LEGO pretty much nailed it, except for the fact that there's a little bit of gappage here and here. I know it's hard to make it perfect with LEGO, but it would have been nice to have no gappage there. I think the front part looks really good, and the pros definitely outweigh the cons of the helmet. So I really love the look that LEGO went for, the studded and then some non-studded. I think that looks really, really good. Another thing that looks really, really good is these stripes. LEGO nailed that. There's pretty much no gappage, and it was a pretty enjoyable building experience. At least this part was pretty enjoyable. Making our way to the back, I found this to look really good. I have no idea why, but I think it just looks stunning. And even this looks pretty good too. Now, probably the last flaw of this set is the rangefinder. Like you saw in the box, you can bend it down. However, I noticed that it was a little bit loose, which is not very good to see. And if the set is targeted towards adults, I don't know why any adult would care about this feature at all. Well, maybe they would, but it would have been nice to have no wobbling at all on the rangefinder. But the majority of this set looks really good, and it looks stunning, the thing that they did. Now, the stand looks pretty good too. You'll see that there's a Lego Star Wars and Boba Fett, and that looks pretty good. Now, the stand looks almost perfect, except for the fact that they could have maybe added a couple flat tiles to complete the non-studded look, and that would have looked absolutely wonderful. But if we take a look at how it's attached, it's literally attached by a few studs. You could remove it and display it like that without the stand, and it would look fine. So now let's take a look at this next to the minifigure Boba Fett helmet. So this is the minifigure Boba Fett helmet compared to the buildable Boba Fett helmet. I think they look pretty good together. What would look even cooler would be this and the Slave One next to it. I do have a Slave One, but I'm not going to bring it out right now. However, a thing is that this does have a little bit more battle damage. Now, some of you might have wanted more battle damage on this. I personally think it looks just fine the way it is, with only that little bit of battle damage up there. I really like the look that it is, and I don't think there's really anything else LEGO could do to change it except for maybe that. But that's pretty much it. The rangefinder looks good on both of them, and they did add a lot more detail from this to this. So anyways, that's all for this review, and we hope to see you on our next video. Baby Yoda, signing off.